the Nick Foles era begins in Jacksonville. It's the coach. This is week 1 of the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up, we'll see the Jacksonville Jaguars, led by the former Super Bowl MVP Nick Foles, as they host the reigning NFL MVP Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs. I'll be back with a look around the early games at halftime, but now let's get up to Jacksonville. Here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State in TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. This crowd excited to see their Jaguars as both teams emerged from their tunnels a moment ago. We are just about ready for football as the Jags get set to match up with the Kansas City Chiefs. So happy to be with you, Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis, and we thought it would never get here, but here we are back together. It's opening weekend of the 100th season in the NFL.
So much football to talk about. That's our main focus. But how about how much happened in the offseason? Rules changes. Overtime rules were discussed in a big way. Some superstars changed addresses. There's a whole lot to talk about in the NFL in addition to this game we're getting ready to watch.
Josh Lambo now ready to put this one in the air. And off we go from Jacksonville. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Patrick Mahomes now in his 3rd season in the league, leading the Chiefs onto the field. And boy, when the Chiefs traded starting quarterback Alex Smith before 2018, a lot of people were wondering how good Patrick Mahomes could be, and he showed the entire league how good he could be, racking up over 5,000 yards and tied for 2nd most passing touchdowns in a season with 50 of them. And he was handed the MVP and Offensive Player of the Year awards. Mahomes now on 1st down. That's caught. It's Demarcus Robinson. 30, 10, and all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Demarcus Robinson, 75 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Wow, first play of the game, CD, 75 yards. These people, they haven't even filed in yet from the tailgate lots.
Everyone talks about starting out fast. Everyone talks about getting explosive type plays. That was absolutely a thunderbolt. And on the defensive side, you spent all week scheming, all week preparing, and it seems like it goes right out the window.
Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. And his kick is good to make it 7-0 KC. One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. One play, 75 yards, 6 points. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. So Doug Marrone's Jaguars set to take over. They'll be led onto the field by their 6'6" quarterback, the former Arizona Wildcat, Nick Foles.
And the tendency for most of these guys is to want to match things right away because they have a lot of confidence in their talent too. They just saw a big strike against their team, and you know they're thinking to themselves, I can get this back right now on one play. Well, if it's there, you take it, but otherwise, just go ahead and calm your team down. Run the offense, get things going, and see how things settle in.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Now Foles off the play fake to Fournette. He's got the hook up to Lee.
Holding offense.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Here's Foles. And that will be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
On fourth down, on is Logan Cook to punt. Fielded at the 33. Now, nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, we'll see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give them 7 there on the first down carry. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. Off the draw, here's Williams. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. Patrick Mahomes with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. He hit him earlier in this first quarter with his arm. Now he does it with his legs.
Right now, he's one of those stat stuffers that you see on the basketball court. You know, the guy with points, rebounds, assists, steals. One with the arm, one with the legs. Let's see if he can continue this pace.
And sending out the reminder that, yeah, look, I'm known for having an arm, but I can do it with the legs on occasion when I need to. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
That's it, baby. We're going to work.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, minus 2 yards, brings up 3rd down. Now Foles. This is intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. Keelan Cole, the intended target. So more problems here in this first quarter. Already 2 scores down, and here they give away the football.
And if I'm the head coach, I think it's time to start lighting a fire under some of these guys. Now, you have to do it within your personality. They can't perceive it as fake. But I'd go get after some guys because they don't look ready to play to me. They look flat, uninspired. It's time to get moving.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Here's Mahomes to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Calais Campbell finding his way home for the sack.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Butker, what a pickup he's been for Kansas City the last 2 years. Remember, he was drafted by Carolina to be the eventual successor to Graham Gano. That didn't pan out. Casey got him as a free agent. He's been really good.
Yeah, Gano said, oh no, I'm keeping my job. But Butker found his home in Kansas City, a franchise record for points scored in his first 2 seasons.
After the field goal, here's Butker to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. Well, some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25. Nick Foles gearing up again here to go on offense. He'll look to shake off the interception on the opening drive. He should at least be comforted that it resulted in 3, not 6.
And if I were him, I would be the guy all the way out on the field greeting my defense now, saying thanks a lot. You held them to a field goal after I turned it over. That's a big defensive stand for them. He needs to go out now and make up for what he did on the first drive.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. He was looking for James O'Shaughnessy as tight end, but it'll be 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Foles. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. Well, one underlying storyline between these two teams is that the Chiefs head coach Andy Reid, he knows a lot about Nick Foles, the Jags QB. He drafted the quarterback when he was calling the shots in Philadelphia and later would sign him to Kansas City as a backup in 2016. But Kansas City, they have won the last 4 in this series, including a 30-14 victory a year ago. At the time, that got the Chiefs to 5-0 on the young season.
Certainly looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
So dangerous with a football in his hands. Call that a return of 38. And the Chiefs will have excellent field position here as they take over. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Mahomes steps away to his left. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down. And now he'll tuck it and run. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Patrick Mahomes doing it again with his 3rd touchdown here in the opening quarter. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Now, first quarter, and this lead is already getting into dangerous territory. They better be careful on the other sideline.
Yeah, it feels a little bit more like a basketball game where one team is pressing and that team can't get the ball over half court. I mean, it is stealing it and scoring it, layups, the whole deal. That's what it feels like right now. They are all over them.
Point after, right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. Hardly any time taken off the clock there. 2 plays, and they find the end zone for 6 points. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. You've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
Fournette, a first down carry. Now it appears we've got a Chief moving pretty gingerly down there. Boy, not what you want to see in quarter one of the new year. We'll be back. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
They're running it.
2nd and 3. The open man is Westbrook. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd down and 2.
Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. They'll set up a throw. This one complete to the tight end, O'Shaughnessy. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
Obviously, they didn't get everything they wanted on that completion, but they put themselves in a spot where you've got to at least think about going for it. I know where we are on the field, but still, you've got to think about it, don't you?
And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. Now this is fielded in the end zone. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Chiefs will take over at their own 20. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. Kelsey, such a valuable part of this offense. Made the Pro Bowl the last 4 seasons. 2018 being the most productive when he went over 1,300 yards, 10 touchdowns, and a great relationship between he and Pat Mahomes off the field. Very good friends, attended a bunch of high-profile sporting events together in the offseason, and that chemistry, it certainly shows on the field. And now here's a deep shot that's complete. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Your trip is here, baby. Your trip is here.
And we take you through the starting defense for Jacksonville.
One of the best names in the NFL, Yannick Ngakoue, is one of the better pass rushers in the NFL as well. Back-to-back seasons with 9 sacks or more, he puts pressure on quarterbacks each and every snap.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together.
Now here's Mahomes. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Mahomes firing complete. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Here I come again. Here I come again.
They go back to the ground with Williams. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal. This defense porous so far in this first quarter. They face another 1st and goal. Throwing now is Mahomes. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. Patrick Mahomes. What is going on here? 4 first-quarter touchdowns. Unbelievable. As his guys continue to pour it on. He's on pace now for 12 rushing touchdowns, and I think he's making fantasy owners smile.
I think you've got to change something on defense, don't you? I mean, we often talk about using a spy on a quarterback who has the ability to run and maneuver outside of the pocket. Maybe they need to change that to spying him, because this many touchdowns this early, that is demoralizing for a defense. One guy breaking them down.
So this drive spans 7 plays, and it was all capped by Patrick Mahomes using his legs to get in the end zone. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Jaguars getting set to go. They've got to be absolutely reeling right now. Couldn't have expected to be down this big this early. But that's the spot they're in as they come up to try again here. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Trying to get it there to D.D. Westbrook. But it's going to be second down. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Into the hands of his tight end, Jeff Swain. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. This is Fournette. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
53, check 53. All day, just like that, just like that.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Foles. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Marquise Lee, the intended target. But now it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw here. Open is Swain, the tight end. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A Jacksonville first down on a pickup of 17.
As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed burner. He's much more of an inline blocking type of a tight end. But how about this last play? Made a nice catch and picked up a first down.
That's what impresses me about him. When he's called upon, usually gets it done. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. They'll set up to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And out come the Chiefs now. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive.
And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Sammy Watkins, 69 yards, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And he showcased his blazing speed on that one.
Was he wearing football cleats or track spikes? Because he was gone. Big-time play, and just think about what that does if you're a receiver on the team with him. Well, that's got to open things up for you as well, because if I'm a defense, I've got to get back deeper and deeper in order to keep him in front. But I'm not sure how many can actually keep him in front with that speed.
And we can break that scoring drive down pretty easily. One play, long touchdown pass into the end zone. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
On 2nd and a yard, Foles, and this is going to be incomplete.
Well, partner, so much for the mismatch. How about the guy at the second level, that big linebacker, able to run with the receiver and make a play on the football?
They'll drop to throw, and that is incomplete. There is no denying they want to get him involved. That's already the 5th time that they've looked his way in this first quarter.
So that tells me defensively that they want to insist on going in that direction. Make sure you've got your best people in the area to try and take that away.
Here's Logan Cook now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And it's taken in at the 9. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 23. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's 2nd down. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Mahomes going to throw. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. The linebacker, Miles Jack, able to knock that one away. And that's twice now already in this first quarter that he's been able to knock a ball away.
They're going to need that from him and plenty more if they want to slow down this passing game. Thus far, though, he's been
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The former All-Pro Marcel Darius able to him for a loss of 2, and that will bring up 4th down.
Well, that's the 2nd time he's been sacked so far in the first half, and if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10.
44's the mic. Watch the run, watch the run. Where'd he go?
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Emmanuel Ogbah there on the stop.
Mike is 59. Mike is 59.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Foles. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Mike, let's go, D. Let's go.
On the draw, this is Fournette. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. He'll look to throw. And the catch made here by Marquise Lee. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 36. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports.